right, today we're going to go ahead and go over how to draw building, structure, and a truck in two-point perspective. So two-point perspective is when we use two vanishing points. Remember, there's also the horizon line, which is the line where the sky and the earth meet. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to kind of walk you through this as best as I can. And then whatever erasing you guys need to do, you can do that at some point. So on the first one, I need to finish the roof here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to put it on the right vanishing point. And I am going to draw a line to finish that roof, okay? Any vertical lines that you do in perspective drawing, you don't really have to worry about making them to any sort of vanishing point. So when I made that line, I didn't need to worry about one vanishing point or the other. Okay, to make the steps, I'm going to start out by connecting the right vanishing point to basically the corner of each of those steps. So I'm going to go through and I'll show you what this looks like when it's done. And again, you may need to pause this video while you're doing that. Oops, I forgot I got to put it like the inside of the step too. It gets really, really small. So there's like two lines that are almost next to each other. This is how you're going to draw steps. It's always a question people have is like, how do I draw steps realistically? And sometimes I just forget to tell you that you need to do a vanishing point, and it does help out. All right, so now what I have is all of those lines for the steps. Okay, then what I'm going to do, if I remember correctly, is I'm going to take my other vanishing point, the left one, and I'm going to kind of put it to the edge of the house right here. And I'm going to draw a line from the house to that first line on the steps. So there we go. I have, let me see if I can zoom in any closer without it getting super blurry. Okay, so I have that first line that I did right here. And how I got that was I put my ruler on the left vanishing point and I put it to the house and I drew that line. Then I'm going to go ahead, and if it wasn't so small, I'd say use your ruler, but I'm going to draw a straight line down. Okay, a straight line down. Then I'm going to take my ruler, and you wouldn't have to make the steps the whole length of the house. It's just I chose to do that, okay? Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my ruler and put it to the left vanishing point, and I'm going to connect it to that step here. So it's still important that you're using the vanishing point. You can't just stop using it, okay? Just like that. Going to go to the vanishing point again, go to the next step. Again, this is so small, it's very, very hard to show on a camera. And then I'm going to do again the left vanishing point. And then go straight down. Okay, then at that point, I can erase the steps like this part here. Now, if I wanted to make the steps shorter, I'd do the same thing. I would just move it over. I can't freehand it, but I could do it from there. Also, if you wanted to make sort of a foundation on the house, you could draw it by going to the left vanishing point and drawing a line. So it'd be like, okay, here's the house, and then I have the foundation of the house. You could also draw windows on the side. So if I want to draw like a window, any vertical lines you did, you could just draw. So vertical lines don't matter. Then if I want to make the top of the window, I would take the left vanishing point and kind of move it up here, make the top of the window. It's hard to see. And then I would make the bottom of the window just like that, okay? If I would want to make the window on this side of the house, I would need to use the right vanishing point. So if I went like this, I don't know if that's right, I'm just trying it. Then I used this vanishing point, and if it looks wrong, I'll change it. That's the great thing about drawing. Okay, so now I have my window in perspective. All right, so now I'm going to go to the next one. So I got to finish the truck. So I can't actually remember which part on the truck I started with, but I'll go ahead and just start with this roof. So on this top of the roof, I'm going to take my ruler. I'm going to put it on the left vanishing point. I'm going to move it over. I'm going to draw a line. I can't really see, so here we go. Okay, so I have my roof. And then this part, I usually just, because it's like a diagonal line, I think diagonal lines, it is okay to just draw a diagonal line on there. Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw the hood, I guess, of the car or the truck. Align it with the left vanishing point. Draw a line out. Then it's a little bit like cut off here. Like it doesn't have the whole front end like where the headlights would go. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use this vanishing point to make my hood of my truck a little bit longer. And then I'll make the bumper also a little bit longer. Notice I'm using this right vanishing point to do that. I'm not just freehanding it. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my ruler and I'm going to make a vertical line. Remember, vertical lines, you don't have to worry about making them like to any vanishing point. All right, the back of the truck. I'm going to go ahead and I want to connect this right vanishing point to the left bed. Okay, so that gives me the back of the truck. And then I could erase the rest of it. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead. It's hard with circles because your tires are, circular, and there probably is a better way to do perspective. But I'm afraid it's going to make the tires kind of square. So let's see here if I can do it. The bottom of the tire here. It doesn't look too bad, but you would see the bottom of the tire a little bit. And you could connect it to this other dot, but it's not like a square. It's rounded. Okay, so that's the truck. Last but not least, the fence. Okay, so here's the fence. There's actually 4. So look at this. There's a post in the back, 2 posts here, and 1 here. So what I tell people to do is connect the post first, okay? Not where the circles go on the top, just where the fence actual posts go. So you're probably going to have to pause the video. And then I'm going to connect it to the back. So this vanishing point will connect to the bottom of the fence post. Wait a minute. I want to connect these 2 together. I went too far. Okay, so I went too far, so I'm going to erase this. So these are right, but I went too far because this is the edge of the fence. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this vanishing point to connect these 2. So left vanishing point, connect these 2 together. Okay, so it's kind of odd because it's like you're outside of the fence. So you can see this part, then you can see this part of the fence. Then I have to use the other vanishing point to finish it out. And I'll move, but I just need to do my measurements here. Okay, so that's what it would look like. And then what you have to do is using a ruler, you're going to go through and up close, your fence posts are going to look bigger. And as you get further away, they're going to look smaller. So you can start making them closer together so that they appear much, much smaller as they go back in space. And you would do the same thing. You would make fence posts here, and you could make circles on here if you wanted to, or you could make them kind of rounded at the top. It's kind of up to you. But again, you would need like little itty bitty fence posts in the back, and I won't take the time on this video to do that, but that's how you would finish it out. All right, if you have questions, let me know. Thanks.